Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online and on the go. This is Valley News Live 10 at 10.
We begin tonight with breaking news. One person had to be taken by ambulance after an ATV rollover in Holly, Minnesota. It happened just after 7 tonight in the 1700 block of 190th Street South, which is just south of the Buffalo River. Officials tell us that 2 people were involved in the crash, but one of them was not hurt. At this time, authorities are not releasing information about the person who was hurt, but stick with Valley News Live for updates on this story. The State Patrol is investigating after a Minnesota woman was hurt after her vehicle ran into a boat being pulled by an SUV in Becker County. It happened around 3:30 this afternoon on Highway 59 near County Road 1. That's close to Callaway. Troopers say an SUV pulling a boat was passing 61-year-old Levon Malachek in her car when Malachek tried to make a left turn, turning into the boat as it was going by, hitting it. The impact knocked the boat off the trailer. Malachek was taken to a hospital in Detroit Lakes. She's expected to be okay. The driver of the SUV was not hurt. It's that time of year again, back to school shopping, and a recent report says parents will spend over $500 between supplies, clothing, and technology for their students in preparation for this school year. So Valley News Team's Molly Casey looked into what the best deals are, and she joins us live with more. Molly?
With the rising popularity of online shopping due to its ease and often lower prices, we wanted to see if it would be any cheaper to buy school supplies online. So we chose a few items off a local elementary school supply list to compare the prices. In the store, blank note cards cost just 49 cents for a 100 pack, while on Amazon they cost $2.99. That's 3 times the price. Gallon-sized zip bag tops cost $4.59 in stores. If you buy them off Amazon, they're $7.49. On the other hand, basic calculators cost $4.99 off the store shelf, but on Amazon, it's actually cheaper at $3.99. And in the store, name brand notebooks range from $3.75 to $6, while Amazon sells off brands for $1.69. But all of those prices online, higher or lower, have a catch. You have to have $25 worth of items in your Amazon cart for those prices to apply. And on other items, you have to be a Prime member to even order them, which is another $99 a year. And I added up what it would cost in store for the entire list, and it was $153 in store, whereas if you bought everything online, it was over $200 off Amazon, which doesn't include shipping time and potential shipping costs. Molly Casey, Valley News Live.
All right, thank you, Molly. To see a full list of items we compared and for more online and in-store shopping tips, visit our website, valleynewslive.com. Fargo police met with concerned citizens tonight to discuss problems the community is facing, especially downtown. While the area is only about a half square mile, it accounts for the most calls in the city at 5,000 so far this year. Police say they're stretched thin and that building relationships with the community is an important step in stopping crime.
Can't just assume that the police department knows what's happening all the time if you haven't told them. So we kind of emphasize that, the importance of communicating things early and giving us the opportunity to work on those and then partnering with us to work on some of those issues too.
At any time, downtown Fargo has up to a dozen officers working the beat. That's still the most well-staffed area. Phone, cable, and internet giant CenturyLink is being sued by the Minnesota Attorney General after allegedly billing customers for higher amounts than they were quoted by a sales rep. Attorney General Lori Swanson says multiple cases were reported of customers being billed double what they were first quoted for their fees. After we posted this story to our Facebook page, Pamela Sherrod claimed to have had the same thing happen to her, saying they're charging us $86 a month and quoted us $24 a month. They disconnected my internet and then charged me for another month. I live in North Dakota but would like something done. And she wasn't alone. Many of our Facebook followers claim to have had some of the same problems across the river in North Dakota, some saying that their prices have doubled. We reached out to the North Dakota Attorney General's office to see if it's investigating. People there say they have no comment at this time. And here's a story that you'll only see here, the final piece to the mystery of what led to a homeless man to be found encased in ice in Grand Forks. DJ Campbell's final autopsy is now complete after crews found his body back in March. The medical examiner found that Campbell was under the influence of meth. His death was ruled an accident, but questions remained about whether he was kicked out of the only homeless shelter in Grand Forks. Police reports say that a woman at the front desk of the shelter said Campbell was visibly high and was a danger to himself and others. A roommate said he smoked meth inside the shelter as well. Campbell was told that if he refused a urine test, he would be kicked out for 10 days. He refused and left the mission. His body was found 2 weeks later. A man who escaped from a federal prison back in 1992 and who's been on the run ever since has been taken back into custody after trying to renew his driver's license. Investigators from the Nevada Department of Motor Vehicles withheld 64-year-old Robert Nelson's driver's license after facial recognition technology showed the same person had previously held a driver's license in the name of Craig Potler. Investigators dug deeper and found Nelson had a string of felony convictions under both names, so they arrested him. Authorities call Nelson a violent criminal with a long rap sheet. Our whistleblower hotline was full of angry messages today. People wanting to know why one game at the Red River Valley Fair was giving out rabbits as prizes on Tuesday. Fair officials tell us they discovered the situation late Tuesday evening and immediately put a stop to it. We're told the game operators are independent contractors who lease space from Murphy Brothers Expositions. The man told officials the rabbits came from a Craigslist seller. The rabbits have since been removed as prizes at the fair and were returned. By the way, giving away certain animals like rabbits or birds as prizes is actually barred under North Dakota's Century Code. Under the code's Humane Treatment of Animals section, there's language specific to dealing with raffling off or using these types of animals as a prize in games of chance. The code also says that any person who violates these rules is guilty of a Class A misdemeanor. Fair officials say they have spoken to the Cass County Sheriff's Office and there are no rules in place against fish and crabs as prizes. Another store is closing at West Acres Mall. The children's clothing store, Gymboree, in the Fargo Mall, is one of 350 stores the company is shutting down. The company is in the process of restructuring after filing for bankruptcy. 3 stores in the Twin Cities area and one in Mankato, Minnesota, are also closing.